Now we will look into some more terms in order to describe the floral characters of plants. First of all, we will discuss the shapes of corolla. Number one shape of corolla is that of bilabiate. इसमें two lips होते हैं corolla के. Upper lips is made up of 2 petals and lower lip is made up of 3 petals. And other shape is rotate. Then the third form is cruciform, or it is actually cross shaped. And then there is campanulate type of corolla, जो कि bell shaped corolla है. And then we have funnel form, जो funnel की shape का होता है. We can visualize funnel जो हम lab में देखते हैं कि वो उसका जो upper portion होता है वो broad होता है and lower portion जो है वो thin और tubular होता है. And then we have a tubular form जो कि more long than broad है. And then we have carinate, and it has got a keel shape like that of boat. And then we have papilionaceous, जिसमें 3 parts हैं. एक upper portion है, then there is portion of 2 petals, and lower 2 petals are known as keel. And then there is placentation. Actually, placentation is attachment of ovules in ovary and via placenta. और अगर placenta ovary के apical या upper portion में है, as we can see in the first figure, then it is called as apical placentation. और अगर ovule जो है वो ovary से attach है via placenta at base of ovary, तो इसे basal placentation कहते हैं. So within the ovary, ovules are positioned on a placenta, और इसकी जो position है it can be of different types. तो हम 5 major categories में placentation को divide करते हैं. Number 1 is a marginal placentation. As we can see here, यहाँ पर एक margin पर it form ridges, placenta ridge form करता है, raised portion, और उस पे ovule attach होते हैं. हम पी की एग्जांपल देख सकते हैं कि अगर हम उसको स्प्लिट ओपन करें तो ओव्यूल्स अल्टरनेट पैटर्न में अरेंज होते हैं. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज मार्जिनल प्लेसेंटेशन. एंड इन केस ऑफ एक्साइल प्लेसेंटेशन वी कैन सी दैट द प्लेसेंटेशन इज एक्सियल, और यहाँ पर सेंटर में ओव्यूल्स अटैच हुए हैं. इन एडिशन देयर इज सेप्टम टू. और इन केस ऑफ पेराइटल प्लेसेंटेशन they are ovules are attached on the wall of the ovary, as we can see here. And in case of free central placentation, it is similar to this axial placentation, but the difference is that कि यहाँ पे septation नहीं हुई हुई. And in case of fifth category of placentation, which is called as basal placentation, इसमें single ovule base of ovary पे attach हुआ होता है. And now we will describe the fruit and its various types. Fruit is actually ripened ovary or mature ovary, and it may contain 1 or more seeds, and other floral parts may be attached to it. So अगर हम fruit की figure देखेंगे तो we can see that it is made up of pericarp, और pericarp के inside seed present है, और pericarp की in turn 3 divisions हैं. Outer most region को exocarp कहते हैं. The central region is known as mesocarp, and the innermost region is known as endocarp. So we can see the cross section of fruit here. यहाँ पे we can see that there is first of all placenta here, and ovary wall is being converted to pericarp in case of fruit, and then we have ovules attached via placentation, and then this region is known as locule. Then there are various types of fruit, और इसकी broad categories हैं on the basis of dehiscence. Dehiscence is actually splitting up at maturity. जब fruit mature हो जाता है तो अगर उसका pericarp split हो जाता है तो it is called as dehiscent for dispersal of that fruit. और अगर वो डिस्पर्स नहीं होता एंड क्लोज्ड एट मेच्योरिटी रहता है फ्रूट, तो उसे हम इंडायसेंट कहते हैं. एंड then there is another there is category of dry fruits and fleshy fruits, or dry fruits can be dehiscent or indehiscent, while the fleshy fruits are usually indehiscent. So we will discuss the various category of fruits one by one. Number one is indehiscent dry fruits, or in this case achene is one category or one type. Or in case of achene, pericarp is not attached to seed coat, or it is single seeded, and example is that of sunflower fruit. And other type is that of indehiscent dry fruit is that of caryopsis, and in this case pericarp is attached to or fused to seed coat. ये हम इसको visualize कर सकते हैं by taking the example of wheat. You can see here the type of fruit. And then we have a Cypsela type of indehiscent dry fruit, and in this case we can see here that it is made up of non-carpellary parts. It is actually made up of inferior ovary. तो इसमें नॉन कार्पलरी पार्ट्स जो होते हैं या टिश्यूज जो होते हैं, इनसे ये फ्रूट बनता है. यू कैन सी हेयर इस सीड में जो इसके हेयर्स नज़र आ रहे हैं, दे आर मेड अप ऑफ सेपल्स एक्चुअली, कैलिक्स पार्ट. And then we have nut. It is also single seeded. In case of it, pericarp is hard because of the deposition of lignin. We are familiar with various nuts like hazelnut or beech nut. Then there is another type of indehiscent dry fruit, which is samara. We can see here that the fruit wall is extended to form two wings in this case of samara. You can see here the wings of samara fruit. And then there is dehiscent dry fruits which split open at maturity. Number one type is that of legume, and you can see here the figure of a legume. It is made up of one carpel. It actually develops from one carpel, और जब ये इसकी dehiscence होती है maturity पे, तो it can split open from the dorsal part or the ventral part. In case of another category which is called as follicle, it is also made up of one carpel, but at maturity it split open at a single end. And the other category is that of cilique. Cilique is actually made up of bicarpal or two carpel, and it splits open at maturity from dorsal or ventral side. And then we have another category of dehiscent dry fruit, which is called as capsule. Capsule is actually made up of many carpels, and it can split open at maturity from one or many points. Then we have fleshy fruits which are derived from single ovary. Examples are, or the categories are berry. Number one, we can see here the figure of tomato. In this case of berry, we know that the exocarp is thin, और इसमें जो inner portion है, it is or mesocarp, it is thick and fleshy, और इसके अंदर seeds embed हुए होते हैं. We can take the example of tomato. And then we have drupe, और drupe में जो endocarp होता है, it is usually thick or stony कहना चाहिए. So that is why drupe is also called as stony fruits. We know the example of mango as drupe plant, drupe fruit. And then we have pome category, और इसके अंदर apple की example आती है. We know that the inner part or ovary is thick है and dry है, and it contains seed in it. So the example of pome is apple. And then we have pepo type of fruits, and pepo type of fruits में outer covering जो होती है, outer layer जो होती है, it is usually thick और hard, और इसको rind भी कहते हैं. and inside it is fleshy mesocarp और इसके अंदर seeds embed होते हैं. Then we have Hesperidium type, or Hesperidium type में exocarp is hard, and it contains glands in it, and inside of an exocarp there is a mesocarp जो कि white membranous structure है, and we have endocarp जिसके अंदर glandular hair like structure है, and it is actually the edible part, and the example of Hesperidium is that of lemon. And then we have fleshy fruits which are derived from several ovaries. We can take the example of strawberry as this is an example of aggregate fruit. And then there is another category of fleshy fruits which is derived from several ovary, which is multiple, which is called as multiple. For example, pineapple, and it is derived from various various inflorescence. Like for example, it is derived from spike inflorescence.